Your budget, zero. Your room needs help. There's a home in your room, in your home. I can't talk today. Leigh-Ann makes me nervous, apparently. Let's just start with it. Leigh-Ann, DIY Ninja, is here with us to help us speak and to help us reno. Okay, so I looked at everything on your table here, Leigh-Ann, and I was like, what is that? What is that? What is that? And how did you make that even happen? So you actually had one of those rooms that I think everyone has in their house.
Yes, I think so.
Needs a little bit of help.
Well, I called it unaffectionately my stuff room, where things that I just no longer needed or wanted kind of went and piled up over the years.
Yes.
And it got to the point where it was a little bit embarrassing. In fact, I did bring a before picture of the space, so more than a little bit embarrassing. But I'm less embarrassed to show it to you now because it's transformed dramatically.
Okay. So here's the before.
This was my stuff room. And the thing with this space is I always left the door closed because it was like clutter that I didn't want to look at.
Out of sight, out of mind.
There was mental clutter in my brain and it was driving me crazy. But on the flip side, I didn't have the budget to make over the space at the time because we're chronic renovators. So I actually decided to transform it in under a month and ended up spending $0. And I want to tell you how.
I want to know all about how you did that. First of all, where's all the stuff? Where'd all the stuff go?
Well, so here's the thing. I was so tired of looking at the stuff and realized that the piles of stuff were actually piles of cash staring at me. So I took some time and took pictures of everything, uploaded images of everything I didn't want anymore, and sold everything on Kijiji. And then, in the course of a month, used the same app to buy items secondhand that fit with my budget. In 1 month, I made $1,270 from just on the side selling the items that I just didn't want anymore.
And then you turned it into a room that you love. So now you have some examples of certain items that you can transform to make a room better and at a very small price tag.
Small price. Yeah. So with that budget, I always say when you're shopping in the secondhand economy, which I had to because retail prices I knew I couldn't afford with $1,270. So I was looking specifically for secondhand items, and I looked for pieces such as these lamps, which I picked up for $5 for the pair.
Where did you? This
was online on Kijiji as well. Now with shopping in the secondhand economy, I always say look for the shape and the size because the finish can easily be changed. So this is a great example. Not many people, and I think the reason why it was $5 is not many people are digging the kind of
it's
maybe the grandma-esque brass and floral style. But with a quick coat of something like a metallic paint, you can follow the latest trends. In this case, I added a new shade and just used this great copper rose color. But you can change this. This could be any finish, but for $5.
Do you need a specific type of paint that you're putting on there?
You do. That's an amazing question. Because this was mixed material, you want to make sure, especially with metal, that you're using something like a universal metal finish paint that will specifically adhere to it. And also primer. Primer is key. So look for the appropriate primer for the finish because this also had some porcelain there as well to make sure that it all works properly.
Something like the picture frames. Of course, we have picture frames everywhere. You want to put them up of your family, your pets, or whatnot. You have a special. These look super cool, like ones that you would buy from an ultra-modern store.
Right. Well, the whole idea with this is I actually bought a collection of all mismatched. So sometimes when you're buying secondhand, you can buy a lot of something, and I bought a whole box for $10 of like 15 different frames, so less than $1 a frame. And sure, you can customize them to be any color you want, which is why I love DIY, because we're hearing things such as like red being a really popular color and design. You might not want to go out and invest brand new in red and overindulge in that trend financially, but you can certainly indulge in the color affordably by just spraying a finish. So whether it's a green, whether it's a pink, you can do anything you want.
You just went over to the woods to get this piece here, but you made it look pretty.
Well, so I found a posting online that was actually giving away free construction material. And I found the free lumber and even the free logs and decided, you know what, I love the customization option. I just took my Dremel and carved in mine and my husband's name. How cheesy is it?
Of course.
But it's customized and sweet, and it has a little quirky moment now within that space. And so when the entire project was said and done after a month, I actually made $28.
No.
So I walked away with a
finished
room. Oh, spending spree. I can go shopping online for more secondhand goodies.
I love it. I want to show this chair because the first thing, as soon as we walked in, I went, I think my parents own chairs just like this. And you typically think, okay, now they're done with, but they have a whole other life ready.
They can have a completely new life. The pair of chairs, $10. And I just wanted to show that regardless of your taste or style, you can love the craziest, wackiest colors. Don't be limited by what's available out there in the retail marketplace. Create a customized look for yourself, and when you're over it, you can just paint over it.
I love it.
And start again.
Fabric from any...
Fabric I actually got from a bargain bin for just a couple of dollars.
When you're coming over to my house and fixing that
thing. Hey, you name it. I'm there.
All right, done. Okay, on Twitter, at Leigh-Ann Allaire.
You betcha.
And your website?
Is hulala.com, and I've chronologically covered this entire project. project if you want more details on my break-even challenge room.
There you go. Thank you, Leigh-Ann. We're going upstairs to you, Tammy.